Hey everyone, this is Becca Kephart with Team Prodigy Discs and the Ladies of the Chains podcast.
This is Kim Janola from Team MVP.
And this is Nova Polite from Team Ozone Discs.
We are back with you for the back nine of the first round of the 2018 Utah Open, presented by Prodigy Discs. Our feature card consists of Jessica Weese, Catrina Allen, Lisa Fajkus, and Paige Bjerkaas. Saw some good play, some good drives, good putts in the front nine, but also a lot of wind and a very challenging course.
Coming up on hole 10, Jessica Weese is teeing off first, carrying a 1 over par score at the moment. And she makes the triple Mando, that's to the left, to the right, and underneath just fine. Catrina Allen throwing second, 3 over par at the moment. Also gets through the gateway. Lisa Fajkus coming up third, coming into the back nine, 4 over par and 1 over the Mando. And bringing up the foursome, Paige Bjerkaas, also 4 over par. Makes the Mando, does not quite get the turnover she was looking for.
This hole is almost impossible to reach with a backhand. It really begs for a forehand with that triple Mando.
I just want to say again, love the drop zone signs.
Nice thing about those upright drop zone signs is they're not going to be scuffed beyond recognition by the third day of the tournament.
That's also true. Wow, look at that drive. Oof.
That would have been a nice birdie to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she actually went a good bit long on the hole, making that birdie putt a little trickier, but she makes her comebacker.
You know how many birdies we had?
How many?
0.
Wow.
I mean, it's 285 feet, and you'd think we'd get 1 or 2, but that's the wind.
Mm-hmm.
That's the wind with the triple Mando today.
Well, yeah, also so hard to reach there with a turnover. You really have to have a good forehand.
Here we go on hole number 11, just 300 feet. We've got a Mando on the left-hand side that you need to pass to the right of. It pinches the fairway down tight up against the safety fence there for the golf driving range.
There's one of those pole hits. You'll hear a lot of those every Utah Open.
It's not satisfying to hit one, but it sure makes a satisfying sound.
You'll see some players kind of play a bounce off of that fencing too, if you can hit it just right.
I love watching bounce shots.
Yeah.
A good wall ride.
Yeah, that was a great drive by Lisa. She got through there nicely.
Yeah, there's a course not far from our home where you can wall ride a tennis court fence down to the basket.
Very cool.
So much fun.
Looks like just outside the circle here for Jessica Weese.
I want to know, what is that flag Jessica Weese is carrying around with her?
Someone let us know in the comments. Paige from probably just about circle's edge. Pushes it just a little bit right there. Lisa, CTP, I think she's still outside the circle there. Ooh.
Yeah.
Pushes that one just a little bit left. Usually see her at least draw a medal on those, but again, got wind. All those factors.
Well, today it's definitely the wind. It's 303.
Mm-hmm.
All of these women can reach that. Even with the Mando, they can reach it. It's just, you got to play against the wind.
Oh, for sure. So, how many birdies were there in the field today?
I believe 0.
You mean on this hole or total?
Oh, yeah, just on that hole.
0. There were 15 total birdies today.
So hole 12, kind of similar to hole 11. You're going to have Mando right there in front, forcing you to go to this right pinch side along that fence.
The Mando's a little closer and a little wider,
Yeah.
Which means it's easier to put that Mando behind you sooner, providing a little bit more room for the disc to work. You can stay clear of the net like Paige just did not, I'm afraid. There's a really good chance to get all the way down to the basket.
Yeah, Kat had a really nice drive on here.
She is CTP and she is off running.
So if anybody knows why the run is happening...
I know.
Oh, you do?
I
Why is
do.
it happening?
Do you see the porta potty
see the
down
porta
there?
potty
Yeah,
in the
I figured that
background.
was probably why.
Do you see the backpack sitting outside the porta potty now?
Mystery solved.
We had a long discussion about this on the car drive
We were
down.
not going to bring that up, Becca.
It's like probably about circle 2 there for Jess.
And that'll tap in for the par.
Ooh.
Oh, goodness. That would have been a nice birdie to have.
Yep.
It's not a spoiler at this point. No birdies on this hole either.
Wow. Definitely gettable, just not gotten today.
That changes tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Outstanding. Wait, is that a spoiler? No, because you didn't say who.
It didn't say who.
All right.
So 2 star frames in a row, and we're headed to hole 13, par 3, 524 feet.
You've got this pond again playing all the way down the left-hand side of the hole. There's a cart path on the right that's not going to be OB. In fact, none of the cart paths you see at any point are going to be OB, so you can just take that out of your mind. Catrina hangs that out over the irrigation canal and comes back with a nice skip on the overstable driver.
This is another one of those holes that they're really playing for par, really kind of playing it more like a par 4.
Yeah, 524 feet. Really, the only difference between all the drives is going to be how long the upshot is.
Mm-hmm.
Paige Bjerkaas got over just a little bit too far on her drive, so she's got the first upshot to make. But as you can see, it's manageable.
Ooh.
Not completely happy with how far off to the left that slid, but
it's also safe.
it is also safe, and it's not outside of her range.
Mm-mm. That's a great upshot by Lisa. Yeah, that skips really nicely.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrific. Makes the correction,
Really
watching
good
the previous
golf.
throws.
Yeah. Looks like Catrina didn't get as much of a skip there, maybe as she expected.
I wasn't kidding when I said this is in Paige's range. I've seen her do this.
Ooh.
And she knows it's in her range. That was a run.
Yeah.
No. Skipped farther than it looked from
It
the
did,
video.
yeah. Still a good putt. Good par there from Catrina. See if Lisa and Jessica can follow suit here.
Paige Bjerkaas steps up to tap in her bogey putt. And really these sort of 500-ish foot holes are kind of a common element in the women's game, where you're not going to get a lot of scoring separation unless somebody has a suboptimal drive or a not great upshot.
Mm-hmm. And we're headed to hole 14. Jessica Weese still with a two-stroke lead on our card. And this is a really interesting hole. That looks to be a really great drive from Jessica. You've got this tree kind of right in front of you. I believe there's a Mando as well.
That is correct. The Mando is just in front of and to the right of the tee pad. The disc needs to pass to the left side, as you see here. This forehand play is very safe, but it's going to leave an upshot and not a putt. It is really hard from the tee pad to get onto the screen.
Look at this turnover drive from Paige. That was beautiful.
If that sticks, that's gold.
Looks like that should be good and safe. You see this
It should
bunker.
be. It's in her range.
Yeah.
And just a little bit of a hill between her, but she's got that.
But you see this bunker kind of surrounding the basket here. Makes it a little bit scary for this putt for Jess, for sure. It was, yeah, that was safe. I mean, you miss the basket on that, it's going right into that bunker. Looks like Paige is checking out just how close that bunker is behind the basket. See if she runs this. I'm guessing she probably will. I think that was one of those where she wanted to run it and her body just wouldn't quite let her.
The arm suddenly becomes heavy for no reason.
Yeah, that bunker is just so dang close.
Yep.
Good putt there by Catrina for her par.
Shouldn't be any trouble cleaning up the rest of these pars.
Mm-hmm.
Question for Paige Bjerkaas. Who wears the hair better, Paige Bjerkaas or Violet Parr of The Incredibles?
I still haven't seen that yet. Have you seen the new one? Is it good?
Yeah, we watched it after the Mid-America Open this weekend.
Awesome. Another star frame for our feature card. And again, par is good on this course. Man, hole 15, par 4, 651 feet. Lots of danger, lots of water. You got water left and right.
Yep. Yeah, the drive is very treacherous. You would think that it'd be an easy play just to throw a big hyzer up there like that and just cut the corner of the pond, which is lurking just over this ridge. But there is an OB fence if you get all the way over to the left at the edge of the grounds. Formerly, the cart path, which ran just inside the perimeter of the fence, marked the OB. That was especially brutal. It's nice to see that's actually been toned down this year. Numerically speaking, this has been one of the highest scoring holes on the course.
That was a great shot from Lisa there. Nice and safe, right in the middle of the fairway. Paige mashes one out there, too. And to Nova's point, this hole averaged in round 1 5.21. That is more than a stroke over par. Tough, tough hole.
Jessica throwing from the drop zone after her OB drive. Spotter's going to check this out. Raises the red paddle. That's...
Spotter says no.
It's such a tough green. I mean, it's sloping right towards the water on that right side. Catrina stays safe. That's still going to be a tricky upshot. Great shot from Lisa.
Yep, that is the better play to the left side of the basket. It's leeward on the wind and it stays away from the pond's edge.
You don't want to go too short. You don't want to go too long.
Like Paige just has, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Well executed upshot right there.
Yep, you're good.
Oh!
Well,
just kidding.
Well, not for Paige anyway.
Oh, that's Jessica. Yeah.
Yep, looks like Spotter may have been a bit pessimistic there. By the scorecard, that's been ruled fair.
Tricky putt here, though, with that tree right in front of her.
Yeah, but happy not to take the extra stroke.
Absolutely. But she does have a great Annie putt.
This would be a very good par save.
Ooh,
That was a good run.
Yeah. So, like Nova said, Paige is definitely out, and now they're just discussing, trying to figure out where she went out.
Now, Paige Bjerkaas plays a lot at a course with a murky pond, Peter Pan Park, so she is an expert at spotting discs in about a foot of murky water.
That's fine.
Question for you, Kim, and you, Becca. If it's not 100% exact where the disc went out, do you try to find the right blade of grass, or do you say plus or minus a foot?
It's got to be the right blade of grass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you can see, Catrina, that's usually what I find us doing too, is you kind of analyze the throw and try to remember just the best you can, and that's why you've got the players on the card that you do and the numbers that you do, so you can reach a consensus, or at least a majority. And a great putt for Paige after all that discussion, after going OB.
One more look over her shoulder to see if the disc has appeared. I don't like walking away from a disc. How about you?
No, nobody does.
I feel ya. So these ladies happy to be moving on past hole 15, but played pretty well. A couple pars and a couple bogeys.
Only 4 pars on that hole on the day.
Wow.
Yep.
The other 2 were Colleen Thompson and Mandy Sharp.
Excellent. So hole 16, 408 foot par 3. And man, there are bunkers right in
Everywhere.
front of that hole. Really good drive there from Catrina.
Reasonably sure that everybody's going to be playing this one, laying up just in front of the bunker.
Yeah.
And then, if you're feeling it, give it a run. Let's see how it plays.
And there is water about 30 feet beyond the hole as well. So you don't want to get too crazy, but yeah, those nice layups right in front of those bunkers at least give you a chance.
Yeah, the nice thing about the basket being situated on the near hillside on that berm means that if something does miss, there's a strong chance it'll catch the berm and not roll all the way over. But a nasty rollaway will, like you said, go into the water hazard on the other side.
Or come back down the hill into the bunker.
Yep. Good upshot from Lisa. We'll have to see coming back what it looks like. That was great by Paige. Skipped right through the hazard. That was nice. Good up from Catrina. A little half go maybe there by Jess, but perfectly placed.
This will be one of the harder 10-foot putts anybody can
Right.
stare down, knowing that that bunker is just waiting on the other side.
And we'll see Jess clean up another star par for a feature card. That hole averaged 3.71 on the day, so very, very well played by these ladies. We're headed to hole 17. We've got an elevated basket, 375 feet.
There is a pond lying OB just beyond the basket in those bulrushes.
Looks like that didn't maybe fade for Lisa, but that should par just fine. Jess opts for the forehand.
I love Jess's forehand.
That is a mash. Oh my goodness.
I love Jess's forehand.
That was just an incredible drive.
I cannot wait to see where that has come to rest.
Ooh.
Yeah, good drive from Paige there too. Paige certainly has a lot of power.
Favoring the overstable driver again.
And I'm pretty sure Lisa was running that. Layup there from Paige Bjerkaas. And wow, look at that drive
Yeah.
from Jess.
Only birdie on the day for this hole right there.
And a
Yep.
well-deserved one.
That's just an incredible birdie. And to get there on a forehand, man, that's just really, really impressive stuff.
And despite the wind and all the presence of water, we had 11 pars, so played very clean today.
Paige is lining up. Gets the par. There were only 2 bogeys on the day, but I'm not going to say who they were just to be nice.
All right, so finish out hole 17. We're on to hole 18, probably the most iconic hole of the Utah Open, just 207 feet, but you're throwing over water onto this small island.
And that does not quite get there from Jessica Weese. That is OB short. She'll be going to the drop zone.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Katrina's got a pretty straightforward putt to get in for the birdie there.
And that left extra long. Oh, damn it.
Lisa begs for it to come down, and it does safe, but that's going to be a long putt.
A long tester, too, facing the water.
Yep. Great shot from
Yeah.
Paige. Really interesting drop zone on this hole. Kind of baits you into running it, but pretty scary if you miss it.
Yeah, you have to make the decision. Mm-hmm. How much do you want it?
I don't want to do it, she says.
Yeah. Now, smart layup there from Lisa. Par is A-OK. Here's Paige for her birdie attempt.
Yeah.
And not actually a gimme. With the rocks in the sand, anything can go wrong.
Yep.
But
7 birds on the day here.
And fun fact, the FPO field actually played this hole better than the MPO field on this day. They had a lower average score of 2.86.
Yeah. Shout out to Colleen Thompson, Ellen Widboom, Karina Knowles, Tina Stenitis, and Ruby Hall for being our other birdie throwers today.
That's going to wrap up the first round of the 2018 Utah Open presented by Prodigy. We have Catrina Allen and Jessica Weese tied at 2 over, and Lisa Fajkus and Paige Bjerkaas tied at 5 over. They'll be your lead card for round 2, and be sure to come back to the Disc Golf Guys channel to check that out.